How's it going, guys? Good afternoon. My name is Jonathan Cortez. This is my Persuasive Speech for Theater 12010, I believe. And today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the topic of Christianity. It's a very near and dear topic to me that I'm a big believer in. And before I get started, I just want to mention that I do respect the opinions and beliefs of everybody and anyone. At no point do I wish to offend anyone. So I just want to keep that in mind, and I want to mention that I'm not here just to talk about another religion. I kind of want to mention that Christianity is more of a relationship with God. Religion is the belief in a superhuman power. In other words, God. But it also tends to follow more of a routinary, routine, just aspect of life. This is how it is. This is how it's done, etc., etc. Christianity tends to be more of a relationship where you grow and you develop yourself with God Himself, and you do that through faith and prayer, of course. So I just wanted to mention that. And well, going into back to the topic, sometimes we may be able to feel that we go through situations, and sometimes we feel that we're alone. Perhaps I don't know if anybody's been in that type of situation where a problem arises or something comes up, and you just really feel like you've been alone, or you ask yourself, why is this happening to me? And you really don't have anybody to go to. Perhaps there's a point where you're just asking yourself, is there more to life than just living day by day? Trying to get by. Not really anything in life. Basically, like asking yourself, what's my purpose in life? If you ever been in those kind of situations, perhaps Christianity may be able to help you find those type of answers to yourself. Many people do tend to ask themselves those type of questions, and it's kind of hard to find those answers. And so I can guarantee you that through Christianity, it'll be easier to find that. So perhaps it's something that you may look into. Many times we're faced with challenges and situations where it's kind of out of our reach, or kind of out of our, we don't really know what to do. We're not really equipped. We don't feel like we're prepared to handle those type of situations. In those cases, people may come. People choose to accept Christianity and to live a life where they know they're able to. They have some sort of refuge, some sort of backup to help them get through a situation, to support, to show support, right? So that may be an example where you may be able to accept Christianity. Perhaps we have problems as well. Perhaps nobody knows ourselves more well, I guess, than ourselves, right? So we know what we have inside. We know what we do. Sometimes we have things inside that perhaps nobody else knows that we do, and we know it's wrong. So perhaps it all comes down to the point where we admit to the fact that we need help. Perhaps. A good example is, if a person has a drinking problem and you ask them and they go ahead and deny it, that's a very common example. It all starts with you accepting the fact that perhaps you do need help, and through Christianity you'll be able to get through those situations. You'll find that support, and you'll find a relief of knowing that you're doing the right thing and that you're able to get through that, and blessings will come your way. With Christianity, like I said, with Christianity, rewards come our way, and blessings come that may able to help us get through a situation. And we all have our needs. We all have our specific needs, desires that we want. Depending on our faith and prayer, perhaps we'll be able to achieve them. It all depends on oneself. Like I said, it's a relationship where one can choose to grow, one can just choose to stay at a certain place. It all depends on the person, and how God works with them. There's not much of a difference between a Christian and a non-Christian. Basically, in order to be considered a Christian, you'll take the step of faith, which just all is required is just an open heart and an open soul. And you just got to declare with your mouth that you welcome Jesus and you believe in Him. You believe that He came to this world, He died on the cross to forgive our sins, and that way, we welcome God into our lives, and we dedicate ourselves to Him, and we choose to live a life of righteousness, basically. And with this follows going to church, being an active member, Of course, constant prayer in order to stay strong spiritually. That's how we're fueled spiritually. And reading the Bible, which is basically our rule book for Christians, tells us what to watch out for, how to do things, how to approach certain situations. So those are the basic steps of being a Christian, and and the steps that may follow. The churches, and there's churches and clubs that also help support in order to help you grow as a Christian in the step of faith. And just picture your life with new purpose and meaning. For example, just you'll be being Christian, you'll be able to enjoy and understand life in a greater level, to a point where you're thankful for what God did, for what God came to this world for, and you'll be able to see things in a different perspective. You'll be able to, have better judgment, have a better personality, etc., etc. And people will be able to see that joy in your life, and that's how you represent yourself as a Christian, because you offer a testimony, you offer your own testimony as an example. Being a Christian, you always have the power of God on your side 24/7. There's nothing greater of being a Christian, and knowing that at every point you'll always have God by your side, no matter if it's a situation, a tribulation, temptation, if it's a blessing. Whatever it is, you always know that God's with you in the Spirit, and that He's always there to support you and help you, and so He'll never let you down. Now, through constant prayer, problems will arise, and they will come and go, but through constant prayer, like I said, we will always prevail. One thing I want to mention is that being a Christian is not easy. Being a Christian is not easy, and it's definitely a challenge. And if I hope I've motivated you guys to take into consideration of being taking the challenge of being a Christian, because, like I said, I'm going to tell you guys straight up right now, it's not easy, but through constant prayer and faith, we'll be able to get through the situations, have times of joy, have times of perhaps difficult times, but we'll know that God's always there with us. And if you perhaps related to this message, and perhaps you kind of applied it to your life, take it as God calling you to take that step of faith, because at every moment God's waiting for you with His arms open, waiting for you to take that decision and invite Him into your life and dedicate yourself to Him. And so with that in mind, guys, I just want to finish off by saying that being a Christian is it's not easy, but it's not impossible. So thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it.